Okay, on this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pinpoint certain detail, the analysis of HDR and higher textures and foliage, stuff like that. It won't be any technical jogger. I'm just going to try to pinpoint certain things on here. I'm going to use these screenshots that I took. I'm going to try to zoom them in and show you what I mean. But before I start this video, I want to say there's somebody I need to mention here. You probably remember this guy, Joelster G. Listen, man, I'm gonna unblock you. You can come back. I don't want you to think that I'm holding some kind of grudges. It's okay, man. If you want to have that opinion, that's fine. If you want to believe what you want to believe, that's cool with me. You know. But just remember, I also have my beliefs and my opinions on what I think it's factual and what I think it's not factual. But you can come back. I'm gonna unblock you. You can come back to my channel, man. It's all good. I don't want you to be singled out thinking I'm outcasting you or something. You can come back, man. I did promise that I will stop blocking people, and I'm gonna keep that promise, and I'm gonna unblock a bunch of people. It means you will be able to come back to my channel. So there you have it. All right, so let's continue with this analysis. All right, so I brought my camera closer so you guys can see what I'm trying to pinpoint here. For example, right here, the foliage. The foliage so detailed and present here. You can clearly see it here on the nose. You can see the eyebrows and the hairs on them. You can even see the different color on the eyebrows. The lips, the cheeks, the foliage present constantly here, and I'm sure you guys can see it here. Let me adjust my low light. Let me get that taken care of. Hold on one second. All right, that's better. Now you get to see it clearly. I'm sure you guys can see it here. Same thing here with this person, this character. Obviously, it's a bit zoomed out, so it looks blurry. Look at the detail on the hair right here. And the reflection right here. Look at the reflection right here from the HDR. And then here, too. The reflection on her left side of the face, because that's the HDR light. And then here it's darker, a little bit darker. See this line right here? This side right here, it's a bit darker because the light, it's overshadowing that other face, the left cheeks of her face. Now let's go back to another photo. Here's another good photo where you get to see the benefits of HDR, even in the background, like right here. You get to see the benefits of the HDR, like right here in the background. Look at the leaves and the trees, all being lit up by the sunlight. Not the sunlight, I'm sorry, by the reflection of the moon. You know, the moon beaming off that light from the sun, bouncing off of the planet Earth, obviously. And right here, it's present. Look, for example, right here. See this line? Here, let's do it like this. Look at this line right here, and look at that, the HDR right here. On that's HDR beaming on that left side right there. And you can see this part right here, it's overshadowed. Like, see this part right here, it's overshadowed. Here, I'll keep it like this. You see what I'm talking about? Everything's overshadowed right here, and this is where the light is beaming. That's HDR. That's how, but this looks a billion times better when you're watching it in person, obviously. And even this fire down here, man, in the distance, beams out that HDR. I would say this is one of the best HDR demos in the game that you can get. All right, let's get to another picture. And here's another dramatic picture of HDR, the light from the moon beaming out through these oak trees and the branches right here, beaming that light. That HDR light is just beaming through this tree right here, this oak tree. And even here, like in the distance. So this is just one. This is just like these are the details that sometimes you won't even notice because you're too focused on the character and you're too focused on the mission. So that's one example. And remember, I'm not doing jack shit with this camera. I'm just pinpointing. I'm just letting you know what you will see when you play this game on HDR wide color gamut TV. Let's go to the next picture. Now this one right here, it's really good representation of HDR as well. Volumetric light and HDR in this game, it's done perfectly. As you can see right here, the light, it's natural. You know, it's one thing to have some lighting on the game, to have some sort of a reflection, but it's another thing to have a natural laws of physics volumetric light here that acts naturally, and that's what you exactly got here. And this is why I give kudos, because I know Guerrilla Games, this was a hard work. They worked their ass off to make this game, and I know this is a hard work, and that's why I'm giving them the respect they deserve, and they should get the respect they deserve. And IGN, shame on you for not giving this game 10 out of 10. You give Legend of Zelda 10 out of 10, Breath of Wild, or is it called Breath of Wild, whatever. You giving Zelda 10 out of 10, but you won't give this game 10 out of 10? Give me a break. Give me a break, man. Alright, let's go back to another picture. And here's yet another great example of HDR overshadowing these flowers right here. And even look, even in the distance, you can see just how much work it took on this volumetric light and the detail on the HDR here. I cannot stress enough how this is something you guys really need to see for yourself in person with a good Samsung KS8000 or 9000 or even OLED TV. But I recommend Samsung KS8000 or 9000 because of the high peak brightness. With OLED, yes, you're gonna get those deep black levels, but you're not going to get that peak brightness that you're gonna get it here. Alright, let's go to another picture. These are all the screenshots I took, guys. This is all that I took from the game, in-game. And here we are, you know, the sunset. Here's another great example of HDR. Remember, guys, the bigger TV you have, the better. If you have a 65 or 75 or 78 inch 9000 series, you definitely going to appreciate all this detail of 8 million pixels that are being checkerboard and rendered, and then the HDR of 1000 peak brightness nits. I don't even want to know how this is going to look on the QLED 1500 peak brightness nits, you know. So the bigger TV, the better, guys, for 4K resolution. And of course, pretty soon we'll have 8K, so you'll need like at least 80 inch, man, for that beast. 85 or 87. And that's not too far away. Like we're talking 2020, 2021. Not that far away. And look, even here in the distance, even right here in the back, the HDR is doing the work. And everything's detailed in the distance. Even those trees right here. Alright, let's go to our next picture. I saved the best for the last. Here's a true tour de force detail of this engine. The foliage, the detail, the reflection, the HDR, the volumetric light, the textures, the filtering, the hairworks, everything here pops. And I'm not doing it justice here. I'm not even doing it justice here as to how good this look when you watch this on a really good calibrated wide color gamut 4K HDR TV. So there you have it. You know, I think I've done more than enough for Horizon Zero Dawn just to let you know just how good this game is right now at the moment. Thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Have a good one.